class will use the writing skills they learned this year to create fairy tales. Some of our fairy tales include castles and dragons from long ago, while others are a fairy tale with a modern twist. Our illustrations help us to tell a story. We also enjoy typing our fairy tales on the computers in the computer rooms. So sit back, relax, and enjoy fairy tales from the 3rd grade and seasonal stories from the 2nd grade. Once upon a time, there was a little princess and her name was Lena. She was a mermaid princess. Her dad was a tough guy. Lena snuck away from the underwater kingdom. She swam into a dark cave where her dad said, "Don't go in that cave." She swam and saw 2 glowing eyes. She kept swimming on and on. A creepy lady named Ebola said, "Come with me, my pretty." Lena thought it was her long-lost mother. The lady gave her an apple. It wasn't just a regular apple, it was a poisoned apple. Lena took the apple and said, "Thank you." She swam home to see her dad. Her dad wanted to know what was in her hand. When she fell asleep, he took the apple and tasted it. He fell to the hard ground. Lena woke up and was looking for her dad. She found him sleeping up in a huge room. She had to find her friend that was a doctor. She was looking around, but then Ebola found Lena. Lena swam away before she could come close. She found her friend and said, "Can you come help my dad?" The friend Delaney said, "Of course." Then they ran to Lena's house. The lady fixed him up again. Lena was gone forever. They lived happily ever after. The end. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Isabella. She loved to be outside and in the garden. One day she was walking in the woods for a change. She got hungry and decided to have an apple. Little did she know those apples were magical. Long after she ate the apple, she woke up in a small home with 3 little doors. She looked around at the surprise doors and asked, "Can someone help me get home?" One was so grumpy he would not stand to help her get home. One was so cheerful he was bouncing off the walls. Last, there was the most shy of all the dwarfs. He was in the corner of the house trying not to be noticed. The first dwarf's name was Grumpy, next was Cheerful, last was Bashful. But the girl asked, "How do I get home?" Cheerful said, "We will leave tomorrow." However, in the middle of the night, the witch stole the beautiful girl. The dwarfs woke up and saw that the girl was gone. "Where did she go?" they cried. "Did she not like us?" Cheerful asked. "Maybe the witch stole her," they cried. "Yes, she's at the witch's hut." "The witch lives on the mountain," said Grumpy. When they got up the mountain, they saw the girl trapped in a cage. They made a plan to distract the witch and find the key. The plan worked, and they returned the girl to her home, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Saves the Day by Caitlin Bazinko. Once upon a time, there were 2 sisters. They were very special. One had fire power, the other had ice power. When they got older, they got in a fight. They didn't talk to each other. One day, a prince came to their town. He was going to their house to say hello. They were very nice to him. When he left, they had another fight. Julie, the girl that had ice power, froze her sister out. She was glad her sister was gone. The next day, the prince came back. He saw Emma frozen. He knew something strange was going on. He didn't know about their powers until now. He ran out the door as fast as he could. They never saw him again. Julie was upset. His sister was frozen and the prince was gone. She only knew one person who could save the day. It was the wizard. He lived at the top of the mountain. It took her 2 hours to get there. When she got there, she asked him if he would unfreeze her sister. He said no. He wouldn't unfreeze her sister unless she cleaned his house. She said yes. It took her 1 week to finish cleaning. When she was done, the wizard did the spell. Hocus pocus. Turn this block of ice back into a girl. Poof. The sister was unfrozen. She was so happy. They lived happily ever after. The end. The Mystery Night by Molly Jameson. Once upon a time, there was a prince who only cared about himself. He wanted to get married, but everyone knew that he would make his life He got mad, so he took a walk through the woods. While he was walking, he heard a cackling sound far away. The sound was getting closer and closer and closer. He was so scared he froze. Standing in front of him was a tall, evil, wicked witch. He took him back to her lair. She was about to put a spell on him when bam, a knight came flying through the ceiling. The knight landed on the witch. She passed out. The knight waved his hands like it wanted the prince to come to it. The knight got the prince safely back to his tower. One day there were 6 dwarfs. Their names are Lulu, Monosuke, Mimi, Kiko, and Samson. They were walking through the forest, coming home from work. Then they heard a swooping sound getting closer and closer. Then the next thing they knew, they were on the roof. The wicked witch took them back to her lair. She was about to put a spell on him when, bam, a knight crashed through the door. The knight took the witch's wand, then put a spell on her. She turned into a toad. The knight and the dwarfs got away. But they didn't know that the witch had a potion to turn her back. One day there was an avocado walking through the woods in London. He saw the witch and screamed. She took him back to her lair. She was about to put a potion on him when bam, and they came through the wall and took the avocado. The witch was chasing after them, but she tripped on a log and they got away. One day a mime was walking through the woods to find his invisible box. He saw a flinty hat poke out of the bush. Under the hat was a witch. As the witch took him back to her lair, bam, the knight came through the door. The knight ran with the mime. The witch chased them, but she bumped her head. Photographers and reporters were outside the dungeon. They interviewed all the people that the knight saved. The crowd saw the knight. The crowd was chanting for the knight to take off his helmet. And it was a girl. Now she was happily ever after because she was saved at the time.
Battle of Minecraft by Ryan Martinelli. Once upon a time there was a man named Steve. He lived in a village with villagers. He mined every day looking for emeralds to trade with the villagers for goods. Steve was a good fighter. Since he didn't have the materials to erect the bed, he went out every night to protect the village. One night Steve was protecting the village. All of a sudden, a ton of monsters came out of nowhere and started attacking the village. Steve got right to it and started beating with the monsters. More and more monsters came. Even monsters from other dimensions came. Some of them were the Nether and the End. The worst monsters were the Blazes and the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon was easy to kill but could kill you in one shot. Blazes, on the other hand, are hard to kill. They rise in the sky and shoot fire at you. Steve killed the Ender Dragon first. Since the village was made of wood, the Blazes burned it down. Steve killed them as quickly as possible. When he killed the Blazes, the sun came up. All the monsters burned and turned to ash. Steve saved the village and repaired it with bricks. The end.
The Lost Boy by Anthony Delgado. Once upon a time, a boy named Nick was playing outside. He kicked a soccer ball high in the air, but it went deep into the forest. His mom yelled out the window, "Don't go in the forest!" He went in anyway. There were scary spiders and rotting trees. The spiders were huge. In the middle of the forest, it was light. The soccer ball was sitting there. As soon as Nick picked the soccer ball up, he realized that a lion was behind the ball. Nick tried to run away, but the lion said, "Stop! Is this yours?" "Yes," Nick replied. "Can you be my friend?"
I have no friends in the forest, said the lion. Yes, if you can get me home, said Nick. Okay, I will do anything to be your friend. Can I live with you? Asked the lion. Maybe. It's up to my parents, said Nick. Okay, I know where the way to your house, said the lion. How do you know where I live? asked Nick. I spawn on people, said the lion. Okay, let's go, they said. So they went home and Nick asked, Can my new friend live with us? He's a lion. Yes, because you have no friends, said his mom, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Minecraft Princess and Caleb High School. Once upon a time, there was a princess who lived in a diamond castle. She had skeleton guards and boys' quarters. She was kidnapped by Herobrine. The princess was taken to a dungeon and put in a cell. Some people went to save her. They were Steve 2, Enderman 256, Big X, Little X, Coco Bean, DD3, Savage Boot 546, Play Thunder 72, and Creepers on 1000. First day of the year, they all got diamond armor, diamond chestplate, diamond helmet, and a diamond sword. Amy Lee was the princess. There was a dragon guarding the dungeon. It was the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon had Enderman guards. The boys and skeletons came to help them too. The skeletons and the boys fired the cannons at the Ender Dragon. The guards went to slay the dragon. Bill Ryan was guarding the princess's cell. Steve snuck past the Ender Dragon and tried to fight Bill Ryan. He was thrown into the pit of lava. They defeated the Ender Dragon. Now they have to defeat Herobrine. Creeper's Arm defeats Herobrine. He let the princess go. They returned to the castle safely and lived happily ever after.
Adventures by Justin Miller. Once upon a time, there was a night. The night name was Nick. One day, everyone in the kingdom was called to the castle, including Nick the Knight. The king needed to make an announcement. The king said, I need one brave knight to go to the bottom of Death Cave. They must get the ancient sword, then bring it to me. So Nick the knight went to the cave to get the sword. When he was walking in the cave, he ran to a troll. Nick pulled out his sword and fought with the troll. The troll was there to guard the ancient sword. Nick the knight slayed the troll and got the ancient sword. He started to leave the cave. As he got to the entrance, the cave started to collapse. Nick jumped and made it out. Then he returned the sword back to the king. The king said, Thank you for returning the sword. You are a very brave knight. And think the knight got to keep the sword.
The dragon saved the day by Cain's turn. Once upon a time, there was a castle in a town called the King's Town. The king was named Gonzalo, and the queen's name was Jude. There were knights that guard the castle day and night. The king and queen's daughter was named Jude. One day, a big red dragon came to the town. He said, "Hi, everybody." Everyone shouted, "A dragon, a dragon." The mayor named Bengador, or Mr. Door, raised the flag for the knights to see their trouble. The knights, Sir Conference, Sir Gilmore, and Sir Clare came. They were called the Triplet Knights. They scared the dragon away and everyone cheered. Then the dragon flew into his cave and said, "Why does everyone think I'm a bad dragon? I'm really not." One day a guy came in and said, "Hello, dragon. I am an ancient scholar named Bibliotecario. That means librarian. I want to offer you a job at my library of scrolls." The dragon said, "Okay, I'll do it even when I'm down in the cave." Then he started his job. But he was about to get a surprise. Bam! He got stuck in a cage. The scroller said, "Haha, I'm actually a bad guy. My name is Delphus." Another man yelled, "My name is Decor." Yet another man yelled, "I'm the leader of demon." The dragon said, "Why are you trapping me?" Demon Fright said, "We believe you have all the secrets of the kingdom." The dragon said, "Huh? I'm not even on their side. Actually, I'm not on any side." Demon Fright said, "You are lying. You are definitely a spy." The dragon said, "Well, watch this." Fire burned the cage wide open and the dragon escaped. Demon Fright said, "No, that darn dragon, he escaped. You must attack the castle to find the king's secrets." So the three bad guys went to the castle and hid behind the bushes. The dwarf said, "What now, boss?" Phyllis said, "Yeah, boss, what now?" Demon Fright said, "Wait, dwarf, do you have those bonds with you?" The dwarf said, "I never leave without them." Then they did a weird smile at each other. Boom! The side of the castle blew up. All the knights came and the Triple Knights too. The knights were defeated and the king, queen, and princess were tied with ropes. Then a big amount of smoke came. In the smoke, there was a voice that said, "What are you doing? Get out! Run away! Just leave!" Demon Fright said, "We are not leaving. We are not leaving." The voice said, "Oh yeah? Watch this." The bad guys were disintegrated into tiny pieces, never to be mentioned again. It turned out it was the dragon. They went to the town to celebrate. The merchant said, "Thank you, thank you." The security guard said, "Nice work." The castle made him their best. He is now named favorite. The end.
Princess by Veronica Gordon. Once upon a time, there was a brave girl. Her name was Athena. She was 13 years old, but she was powerful. Athena had 3 evil stepsisters. However, somehow she was always happy. Her sisters would always ask, "Do you know something?" She would always say, "Nope," but she did. She knew a secret, and they didn't know it. The secret was that she was a beautiful princess. She had amazing powers. One day, her sisters were so mean, she accidentally used her ice powers on her sisters. Her sisters fell to the ground and passed out. She noticed she froze them, she screamed and freaked out, and then she noticed her powers were bad powers. The only way for her sisters to turn back is to go to a magic wizard. Athena went to the wizard named Diamond. Diamond was a girl. Diamond heard what had happened. She said, "Why have you frozen them?" Athena said, "They were mean to me." The wizard said, "That is no reason to freeze your sisters. The only way to thaw them is to get rid of your powers." Athena gave up her powers after a few hours. When Athena and her sisters got home, Athena hugged her sister tightly. Her sisters asked, "What's gotten into you?" Then she said, "I saved you." The sisters said, "What?" Her sisters continued to be mean. The end. Dancing Fairy by Lauren Rosen. Once there was a motorcycle fairy named Steve. He rode a big, bright orange Harley Davidson motorcycle. He was tough. The only thing that was strange was that he was a fairy. He loved to ride his motorcycle. He also had a big black Harley Davidson truck. It had a Harley Davidson sticker on it. His license plate said HD Steve. HD means Harley Davidson. He rode his motorcycle through the fairy village every single night. People never messed with him. If something was in his way, he would be mad. People would apologize and say, "I'm sorry about that." He would say, "It's okay." One day, Steve had the ride of his life. He was screaming, "Wee!" Then his bike broke. He cried. He went to 2 shops. Not one shop could fix it. He went to 6 more shops. Still no shop could fix it. He went to 1 more shop. It could not fix it. He cried. An elf wandering the street heard Steve crying. She said, "My name is Ginger. What's wrong?" He said, my bike broke and no one can fix it." "I can," said Ginger. "You can?" asked Steve. Ginger fixed his bike and he had the ride of his life. Whee! The end.
Magical Gems by Bobby Schaefer. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a kind prince and princess. This land was a beautiful place to live. Everyone worked together and there was no fighting. The reason it was such a great place to live was because of the magical gems. There were 5 magical gems protecting the kingdom. The clear gem was for courage, the red gem was for strength, the pink gem was for love, the yellow gem was for happiness, and the blue gem was for peace. The gems were kept in a golden chest in the prince and princess's armor room. The enemy of this kingdom was a magical wizard. He wanted to steal the power of the gems so he can control the kingdom. The wizard decided that he would brew a sleeping potion to place all people in a deep sleep. The wizard said to himself, "Tomorrow will be the day I take over the kingdom." The next day, he waited until midnight to steal the gems. He took a jetpack with him. First, the wizard flew over the kingdom and sprinkled the sleeping potion over the kingdom. Next, he went to the castle and took the gems and ran away to his cave. The knight and dragon that protected the kingdom woke up. Years ago, a fairy had given the knight and the dragon a sleeping potion, a special potion that would make them wake up if anyone tried to put a sleeping potion on them. "Where are the gems?" the knight said. The dragon and the knight went looking for the gems. They searched for clues. The knight found a piece of red cloth in the golden chest. The knight said, "This cloth looks like the wizard's cave." The knight climbed on top of the dragon and commanded it to fly. They flew over the kingdom and spotted the wizard entering the cave. The dragon landed on the ground. They quietly tiptoed into the cave where they saw the wizard holding the gems. The knight took out his sword and said, "Give me the gems, now!" And the wizard looked at the powerful knight and thought, "Can I win?" The wizard decided that it was better to give back the gems than to fight the knight and the fiery dragon. The knight took the gems back to the prince and princess. The prince put the gems in the golden chest. The knight and dragon were given medals of honor. The kingdom was happy and peaceful once again. The wizard was never to be seen. They all lived happily ever after. The Dragon by Noah Billy.
Once upon a time, there was a red and orange dragon named Miko. He lived in a village with a prince. One day, Miko was flying around and heard the prince yelling for help. Miko noticed the prince was stuck in a tree. "What happened?" asked Miko. "Well," said the prince, "I was throwing my keys up in the air to see how high I could throw them, and they got stuck in the tree. I climbed up to get them, and now I'm stuck in the tree." "I can help you," said Miko. Miko lifted his giant tail up to the tree, and the prince stood down like a slide with his keys to the castle in his hand. After that, the prince never threw his keys up in the air again. The end.
Emma to the Rescue by Hilary Hodel. Once upon a time, there was a candy kingdom where a king, queen, and prince lived. The prince's name was William. The castle was spectacular. Before you walk in, you see a moat with alligators in it. There were peppermint doorknobs. When you walk in the kingdom, you see candy-cane red carpets and bubblegum chandeliers. The people of the Candy Kingdom were, of course, made of candy. There are all sorts of candy, cupcakes, peppermint patties, candy canes, and so much more. The only people who weren't candies were the royal family. The reason why was everybody else was candy because the boy cast a spell on the kingdom, but the spell did not work on the royal family. One day, in the middle of the night, the prince was sleeping when the boy who cast a spell on the kingdom kidnapped the prince. The prince asked, "Who are you?" The boy said, "I will tell you later." The boy and the prince got to the boy's lair. The boy wasn't a boy anymore. He was a lizard. This lair was had slimy bricks and with mold all over it. Vines covered the entire building. There were bugs crawling all over the castle. The castle was dim. The boy locked the prince up in his prison. The next morning, everybody was searching for the prince. The candy guards tried searching for him. They could not find him. Then, the Cupcake family tried. They went farther than the guards, but they did not make it. Everybody tried, but they could not make it. Everybody gave up hope, but one girl named Emma volunteered. Emma was an ordinary girl who spent her whole life in her house. Everyone said she would not make it. That didn't stop her. She said if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Emma left with only one thing, her mom's bow and arrows. She was the only one who made it to the wizard's castle. She sneaked in the castle and saw the prince. But before she let him free, the wizard stopped her. She tried to put her in the dungeon, but he could not do it. He used his powers. She just dodged his powers and kept shooting him with her bow and arrow. The wizard got tired and could not use his powers. She shot one more time and he died. She said, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. She set the prince free, and when they got home, the kingdom could not believe it. He is alive, people shouted. The royal family thanked her and let her live in the castle. They lived happily ever after. The end. The Hungry Bird by Shirley Morello. Once upon a time, in 2014, there was a girl named Emma Dragonbird. She had a pet dragon and a pet bird. One day, the dragon ate the bird because he was hungry. The next day, Emma went to the animal shelter. She got another bird, but this bird was not like any other bird. The bird wanted to eat Emma. Emma took the bird and put it on her lip. She went in the kitchen to get food for the dragon. While she was getting the food, the bird ate the dragon. Emma knew that the bird was going to eat her because the bird ate a huge dragon. Emma decided to run away. While she was running, she saw a restaurant. She wanted to eat something. She went inside. The waiter asked her, "Where are you going?" She said, "I'm running away because my bird's going to eat me." "Why would he eat you? He ate my dragon. He is your food." After she ate, Emma thought, if I give the bird some food, he won't eat me. She went back home and gave the bird some food. The bird was not hungry anymore. Emma and her bird lived until 2035 and lived happily ever after. The end. Candy by Taylor Green. Once upon a time, there was a castle in a village made of candy. Everybody loved the king, queen, and the princess that lived in the castle. The trees were made of lollipops. The pool was made of juice. Everybody loved candy. That's why Prince came to town. He was a kind and fair prince. His sword was made of a lollipop stick. One day he heard 3 different screams. So he went inside the village. So he went inside and the village stood around the castle inside. Then they also heard the terrible scream. Inside the castle, the prince climbed the steep stairs to the top of the castle. When he first got to the top of the castle, he didn't see the problem. Then he saw the dragons from the legend. He saw the princess, the queen, and the king being frozen to drink the drink. While the dragon wasn't looking, the prince went down the steep stairs to get all the people from the village. He told them to find swords and come to the top of the castle. The whole village got burned after a couple of minutes. Then the prince noticed he was the only person alive. So he threw his sword in the dragon's mouth and the dragon choked. The dragon fell to the ground and died, and everyone came back to life, and the prince and princess, because they got married, then they had a healthy baby boy named the end.
Steve saves the villagers. Once upon a time, there was a man named Steve. Steve saw a very ugly castle. He thought he would find diamonds in it, so he went in. He heard someone say, "Help!" You had to run up 3 million stairs. It took him 2 days to get up the stairs. When he got to the last stair, he saw a pack of villagers in a cage. Then he flew in the air and said that was the 3rd trap today. Steve wanted to blow up the castle, but he didn't. He said, "I will save you all." The villager said, "Hurry, please, we are very hungry." So he came prepared. He broke the trap when Steve was shot by a skeleton. Steve responded by making a sword and some armor. He went up to the next floor and destroyed the skeleton. Steve saw an evil boss named Herobrine. He has hero in his name, but he is not a hero. They both started to fight. Herobrine had a bow, and he almost hit Steve. Steve charged toward Herobrine. Herobrine teleported to an unsafe place. He ended up in the end. Steve found and never came out. Steve found the key to the cage and released all the villagers. They gave him a stack of diamonds, a stack of 64. They also gave him a stack of emeralds. He was a rich savior, and they lived happily ever after.
Zachary the Great by Delaney Curley. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Zach. He lived in a village in Europe. His father, John, was a famous knight and swordsman. One day, John had to fight a dragon that was destroying their village. Zach did not want him to leave, but he snuck out of the house while Zach was asleep. The next morning, he saw his mother crying. "Why are you sad?" he asked. His mom replied, "Your father has been killed by the dragon." Zach was quiet. He had mixed emotions of sadness and anger. "I must get my revenge on that dragon," Zach said as he ran out the door into the wilderness. "I'm not coming back until that dragon is dead." On his way, he saw a trail of footprints. They were his father's, so he followed them. Zach ran through the forest until he reached the dragon's den. Outside the den, he found John's armor, but most importantly, he found his diamond sword. Before he went inside the den, Zach put on his father's armor and armed himself with the sword. Zach took a deep breath and stormed into the dragon's den. Before him stood a 20-foot-tall, fire-breathing dragon. "Oh boy," Zach said. The dragon let out a fierce roar and shot fire at Zach. Zach quickly sidestepped the fireball and ran closer to the dragon. Then the dragon tried to stomp on him, but Zach just moved in the nick of time. The dragon's foot got stuck in the ground because she stomped too hard. Zach scrambled up the dragon's foot and began climbing the rest of her body. When he reached her head, she bucked him up, trying to throw Zach off her back. Zach clung to her scales and lifted up his sword and whack! He hit her with the butt of his sword. Amazingly, the dragon ran away, yelping and crying. When he returned to his village, there was a celebration waiting for him. Now he is no longer called Zach. He is called Zachary the Great. The end.
Jack and Amy saved the day.
by Joshua Van Pelt. One day, Jack and Amy went to their tree house. While they were playing, a giant tornado hit their tree house. They were sucked up inside the tornado and landed inside Lego City. They met Batman, Hulk, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. The superheroes brought Jack and Amy to their lair. While they were there, the lair shook. Jack said, "What was that?" "Someone is attacking the city." "Who said that?" asked Annie. "I did," said Agent Coulson, the boss of the superheroes. "Let's see who it is," said Batman. They all set out except Jack and Annie. Both wanted to help, but they couldn't. Everyone came back to the base. They said it was the crab. It was even stronger than before. Annie asked, "Can we see?" Iron Man said, "No, it's too dangerous." Annie said, "Okay." 1 hour later, they all went out to fight again. Spider-Man said, "It's no use." The next day, Jack asked, "Can we help you?" Agent Coulson said, "Okay, but you better have a plan." Annie said, "I do." She told them the plan. They were very confused. As soon as they did it, they finally understood. Boom, pow, pow, boom. They won, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
The Strongest Warrior by Charles Wilkes. Once upon a time, there was a man named Jose. He was walking home from his work. On his way home, he saw warriors going to the entrance of his village. He stopped to ask them what was wrong. They said an army is coming. After he heard that an army was coming, he ran home as fast as he could. When he got home, he went to his secret lair. What nobody in the village knew was that he was the strongest warrior in the village. When the army got there, the defenders took down half of the army. Then the defenders retreated to safety. When Jose heard about that, he grabbed his armor, bow, arrow, and sword and went up against the army by himself. Everyone in the village thought he was crazy. When he got to the army, the leader said, "It is 1 against 100. You'll never win." The army just made him angry. What the army didn't know was that the angrier he got, the stronger he got. Even though it was 1 against 100, Jose had the strength of 1,000,000 men. Everyone in the village was watching. When he killed 99% of the army retreated. Everyone cheered. Everyone lived happily ever after.
The Gymnastics Sleepover by Mia King. Once upon a time, there was a group of strong gymnasts. They all had a sleepover at the gym. They all slept on the floor, the beams, or the pit. They were all getting ready to go to bed. Then Grace said she heard a knock on the door. Grace and Alexis went over. They were scared to open the door. They opened it, but there was no one there. They all said, "There is something going on here, and we have to figure it out." Then they all went to bed. While they were sleeping, they all felt something grabbing them. They were extremely scared. They went back to bed, and then a monster pulled them all down to the bottom of the bed. Then a prince named John came and saved them. He pulled all of them up and kept them safe. They all thanked him for saving them.
Then the monster came back and tried to destroy the girl again.
Before the monster came back, the friends had already left. Grace had to call him to come back. When the friends came back, he destroyed the monster. The monster was gone, but he left slime everywhere. The girls had to clean it up, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
The Haunted Girl by Emily Damchak. Once upon a time, there was a girl. Her name was Miranda. She was very pretty and very sweet. Her friends at school knew she was nice and playful. Then one day, she was walking home from school when a witch started flying towards her on her broomstick. Before Miranda could speak, the witch cast a spell on her. The spell is that on her 18th birthday, she would be haunted. Her birthday was tomorrow, and she's 17 now. Miranda said, "What do I do?" Then the door flopped up and said, "I don't even know. Who are you?" Miranda asked. The door said, "Who, me?" "Yes, you," said Miranda. "Oh," said the door. Then another door ran up and said, "I'm Jumpy." Then the first door said, "I'm Happy." Then Happy said, "To get rid of the spell, you have to kill her." "Kill her," screamed Miranda. "Why would I do that?" "To get rid of the spell," said Happy. Suddenly the witch started flying through the air. "You are going to kill me?" she asked. "You can't," the witch said. Then she disappeared. "I'm going to kill her," said Miranda. "Good," said Jumpy, "because I'm afraid of her." They went to the witch's castle. When they got there, Miranda poured water on the witch and she melted. "Good job," said Happy and Jumpy together. They went back home through the swamp and up the spooky stairs and into Miranda's backyard. "Goodbye, Miranda." "Goodbye," said the dwarfs. Overnight, the spell wore off, and they all lived happily ever after. The end. Thank you to all of our family and friends who joined us today. We hope you enjoyed our author's tea. Please join us for some refreshments.